right. But yeah, like, I got nuked earlier today. It's really sad because I'm actually... It was pretty much the piece de resistance of a shitty day. Because work was pretty bad because, like, I was working for those of you who may or may not remember of this another video I made, I work at Steak and Shake. I'm relatively new, and you know I'm still trying to learn the ropes, and it's not a very fun job, but I try to get by. But anyway, there's this one lady who was working drive-through, and I'm like, you know, assembling the food for her. But like, you know, there's a guy. I don't actually make the food. There's like a grill guy who makes the food, and so like I'm assembling the food for her, so you know, she could take it out. So I'm like the middleman, and you know, she's blaming me, you know, for her food. Ooh, diamonds. For her food not coming out on time because we eat the times for we have specific times to meet per you know, order. It's supposed to be 2 minutes per order, which, you know, that's not unreasonable, but like the thing is that it takes the meat sometimes to cook a long time, and she was getting after me for all this food that I mean for these orders to not you know, get out in time, you know, to meet these you know, numbers, and you know, I only get the food for like 20 seconds, but she was blaming me and like complaining to the other managers, like saying, oh, he's really fucking slow. She was swearing too. I don't exactly know her name or else I'd be shouting it, but like, nice. Anyway, so she was swearing at me, being really mean, and just it's kind of like, wow, like that's not nice. And I'm still technically new, and she's giving me shit and like being like, what else she was doing? She was like basically saying tick tock. She could be helping too. She could be helping assembling fries. She could be like bagging the food. I'm doing everything for her. She's like complaining about her life while she could be like helping me assemble the food and not being a bitch. And it's just like, wow, like, do you A, not have anything better to do, and B, do you really not care about your job, or C, not care about other people? Because like, you're doing 3 wrong things all at once. Ah, right. That makes sense. Oh, I understand what he was saying. I thought he meant in real life, and I was like, Anyway, but yeah. So that was, like, not a fun day. And I was already telling everyone, you know, saying, hey, you know, it's kind of in a semi-joking way. It's like, oh, such a bummer to work on my birthday. Not a big deal. I've worked on my birthday before. I've been working since I was 14, because in some states you can work in the age of 14, not 16. South Dakota in specific is where I was working at the time. I'm raiding a mine shaft that's in the pool of the tower. But anyway, well, not really. I'm now in a cave, kind of off tangent, but yeah, being really mean, and it's just like I can't really handle people being jerks to me. That's just I don't do that. I try to be nice to people, and I expect people to be nice to me, and you know, I try to, you know, do unto others as you would have them do unto you, kind of thing. You know, that's like a golden rule. Like, you know, whether or not you're religious or not, that should be just a universal. Ow. That should be like a universal rule. You know what I mean? And that's why it is called the golden rule. Anywho. But yeah, so like that happened, and you know, the GM was involved because, you know, she was like saying like how you know, obviously she has to be involved if there's like a dispute between the workers, and like, you know, thank God, like, for the most part, that, like, they took my side because, you know, they've had issues with her before, but still, like, for a good 3 hours, this lady was giving me shit, and then, like, she gave me, like, a half-hearted, like, apology, saying, like, oh, apparently, even though I was being I'm just paraphrasing here, apparently for being a bitch, I didn't know that I was being mean. Basically in that tone, and I'm like, oh, whatever, I don't care, let's just get on with our lives. You know, I don't want to hear your half-assed, like, you know, apology. It's not okay. So, that's a thing. This is why I don't want to work in well, at least particularly Steak and Shake ever again. It's, you know, I was told by someone right before I started this job that, like, you know, I was telling them, oh, I'm going to be working at Steak and Shake. It's like, no big deal. It's fast food. And they said, prepare yourself for the worst job of your life. And I'm like, you can't be that bad. It's that bad. It's just like, dear Lord, why, what have I done to deserve this fate? Clearly, there's nothing that can be worse, in my opinion. I've worked in lots of places, mind you. I've worked at Taco Bell. I've worked at McDonald's for several places, mind you. Like, I've worked at several locations. McDonald's is a great place to work for, by the way. I've worked at IHOP. I've worked at a nursing home as a cook assistant. I've also worked for the National Park Service on an internship, you know, for college. That was also a fun job. Got to basically go inside and, like, I was an interpreter. Interpreters are basically guys who talk about the national park you're at. And I am trapped now. This is a problem. There we go. Anyway, what other jobs have I had? I was a camp guy. Like, I was a counselor for a camp. Like a camp for, you know, more specifically, I was kind of like a gopher. Like, this guy kind of hired me to help his camp for a summer. I did everything from dishes to help him around his house, kind of stuff. He was an elderly gentleman. He kind of needed help everywhere. But there was like not enough counselors one weekend, so I kind of became a part-time. Who's that? Part-time what's it called? Part-time counselor. So, who is this? So that's, I was a counselor. And, that was a thing. Oh, it's Wampa. Hi. But yes, I was... Oh, were you looking for me? Nice. Funny thing is when you watch this, even though you're experiencing now, I've been on a rant for like a good 10 minutes on like random shit. Anyway, ooh. Anyway, at this camp, I actually have a story to talk about. You know, as an additional thing, you know, other than, you know, being a counselor. During that weekend that I was a counselor, I had to sleep in the cabin, right? There weren't enough beds, so I slept in, like, the couch, or whatever. And then, like, I was sleeping on the couch, and then in the middle of the night, you know, one of the campers is waking me up and saying, hey, Reed, you know, that's my name, Reed, you need to get up, you know, there's a wolf in here. And so I'm like, you know what, shut up, go to bed. Mind you, these kids are like 12-year-olds, I'm telling them to shut up. Anyway, you know, I was tired and grumpy, so, you know, I apologize for that. But anyway, you know, but they're like, no, there's a wolf in here. Or, you know, it was like a coyote, some kind of like, there was some kind of dog animal thing in there, and I'm like, whatever. What is this? I'm like, whatever. And then, like, you know, half asleep, I go and, you know, drag the thing, because there was a thing in there, like, grabbed it by the scruff and threw it out the door and went back to sleep, not realizing that what I actually did is what I actually did. Like, you know, if you're half asleep, you can probably do a lot more things than we realize, because, you know, we're not really conscious of what we're doing. And I didn't even realize that I did that until, like, the next morning that the campers went and said, like, I can't believe you did that thing. And I'm like, wait, I did do that. Holy buckets. But, enough on that. I've worked a lot of places, and I can easily say that Steak and Shake is the king of the worst places to work for. Or at least my location. But the person who said that Steak and Shake is a bad place to work for, I don't know. I don't know. But yes. Lots of places I've worked for. Steak and Shake takes the cake in terms of the worst. The one people said, you know, they had a bad experience. you know, with a different Steak and Shake. So I guess it must be I want to use in quotations universal thing, meaning it's a very common. Not saying all Steak and Shakes are bad, but like at least the two that I've worked for and then the other person worked for. Those two individual ones, at least. That's fair, I suppose. Anyway, so that's my story for today in terms of my life. But after work, you know, because again, this is my birthday. You know, I came home. You know, I had a cake made for me by my girlfriend. It was very nice. It was chocolate, and we ended up watching a movie. We ended up watching Star Wars. We're starting to do a marathon for Star Wars, all the Star Wars movies, and the TV shows, the Clone Wars, the Rebels, all the things in order, and we're doing it in preparation for the 7th movie that's coming up in December. It's going to take us a while, obviously, but we're going to all watch it together like as best we can, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And it's going to, I mean, obviously we're not going to binge watch. That'd be ridiculous. I think it's time for me to start heading back. I'm not going to binge watch, but, you know, more or less we're trying to make sure we can get through everything. Alright, let's get back. Toodle pip. Sweet. Now then, I have a couple things I want to do. Oh, I can't do that with just 4. I need all of them. Alright, I have more redstone blocks. I have something I want to do. As you can see on my fort here, I made some crenellations. I'm trying to further expand its detail. So what I want to do is I want to make some red things. Huh. I want to make a red diamond, kind of like what I have on my banner. No. Ah, dang it. He's gonna... Nah. I thought it was to here. For right now, I'm just trying to build my stuff. Sorry, mate. Not right now, and it's not personal. This is gonna hurt. One sec, then. But it's the Batcave. You know, that's funny. Ooh, that's not as much of a diamond as I thought. Ooh. I'll roll with it. Just because it at least gives the tower some detail. Alright. Alright. Oh, it's actually the Batcave. That's funny. Nice. Where is this? Alright. Well, there's Batman. That must be Robin. Alright. What is this? Oh. You know, he was saying the other day that the server's like 2 years old, and I'm like, holy shit. Oh, what? It's pretty neat. Alright, anyway, where the fuck am I going? Return. Anyway, so, I got my, I guess my diamond. It's whatever. It's close enough. At least it looks interesting and gives some, character to the tower. Yeah, I'll roll with it. So, anyway, that has been my spiel for today. I have had a very interesting birthday, but I did get redeemed in terms of, you know, nice stuff. Um, you know, I got this really nice sword, and I got this apple, which I will use someday. But, yeah, that was my day, and I'm glad that you guys came and listened to it. I'm gonna go tell them that I'm heading out. So anyway, um, you know, I like this game, and it's really a good stress reliever. It really is for days like this. So anyway, there'll be more. We gotta do some building. You know, we're gonna build some stuff tomorrow, or rather, whenever we do the next recording, whenever that may be. Maybe we'll build the blacksmith next time. Anyway, we'll build the black. No, 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 no. We gotta build a bridge, another bridge to the other side. There's two locations, probably in the tower or across the. Anyway, we got building to do. So anyway, is what we'll do next time. And that's all I got for this time, guys. Till next time, guys. See ya.